Thank you. Next speaker, Dr. Ryong Kim from Culicidae University, please.
Thank you, sir. Before I start, sir, can you give a big hand for the audience? They're remaining until very last. Thank you very much. So I'd like to suggest after this talk, take a group photo. So please don't go away. Stay here together. Okay. So thank you very much. This is Culicidae Kim from South Korea, a current postdoc researcher under Professor Chiapap, Chayobiapap, and Culicidae University. So today I will give you a short, brief talk about my part of the PhD study. We studied about developing chemical lure for the mosquito surveillance tools. So I will give you only a 10-minute talk. So there is a device, so-called HSA, stands for High Throughput Screening System. So thankfully we have the person who invented this device in this room. You may guess who. So they published this paper almost 20 years ago. And at the first stage, he mainly designed this device to testing special repellent or pesticide. So a few years later, in 2013, WHO published a guideline for the special repellent testing using this device. And recently, about this device, they added one more function about the attractant because the mosquito surveillance tools required something attractant to enhance the trap efficacy. So I have a look this recently published WHO guideline for the attractant. However, this guideline mentioned about the white tube or spectrometer and explained all the details about attractant development. However, this guideline mentioned about HSA and referred to the previously published guideline for the special repellent. So my supervisor asked me to why don't we add one more function about the attractant with this device. So actually, Pigov, the second presenter, she already explained about 3 different functions of this HSA, but I will show you actual function of this device. So this is the special repellency assay, but I transformed to developing the attractant. So as you can see here on the screen, you can see the same size chambers, 3 different chambers. In the middle transparent, we introduced 20 female mosquitoes in the middle. And each both side, the metal chamber, we put the testing ingredient. So one is controlled, the other one is treated. In this case, we put the native and unnative. And please look at the right-hand side. There is a disc to connect each chamber, and in the middle there is a small door we call the butterfly door. So we can use this door to open up, and mosquitoes can freely fly inside. So open for 10 minutes, close it again, and count the number of mosquitoes from each chambers. Then we can calculate the percent attraction according to the numbers from each chamber. So we found that this device can screen the lure candidates, and also we optimize the amount for this device using the commercial product. So the published papers you can Google by using the keyword diffusion assay for the mosquitoes. Even though we got a very good result from the lab study, it is necessary to go outside to see the actual function in the real field. So today I would like to share the result from the semi-field greenhouse assay, which we have in the Putoy. So you can see this greenhouse covered with a very fine sized small hole screen so that mosquitoes cannot escape. So late Dr. Michael Bang, my co-supervisor, he always mentioned about this facility as we can test the mosquitoes, known ages and known numbers, and control the strains under the natural condition. So we can kind of demonstrate pre-trial before really go for the outdoor trial from this device, these facilities. 10 years ago, one of my senior from the Philippines, Dr. Salazar, he published one paper about Aedes aegypti using this semi-filled greenhouse assay. He optimized from this paper the number of traps and also number of mosquitoes released inside. And he tested BGS traps, which is commercial, very common and well-known device, with BG lure, the commercial lure, which I'm targeting to develop. So this BG lure is mixture of the lactic acid, ammonia, and also camphor acid, all from our body smell, human body odors, which is the attract female mosquitoes. And this facility also was used to testing the special repellent. So this one also published from our lab. Dr. Chu Dipong, he published it, the testing results of the transfluthrin. And he tested using the nocturnal species Anopheles minimus, and it also quite well working in the facilities. So later on, just following our senior, I published this paper last year using this semi-filled greenhouse assay for the attractant. So let me briefly show you the result. So previously we tested the Culicidae University lure and showed KU lure candidates in the lab using the heat assay. But as I mentioned, we have to check whether it was in the larger size semi-filled assay. So I tested the lure candidates using the commercial traps. So the number one is the BGS trap, which has no light source. And number two is the black hole UV light trap, which has the light source. So this is the testing settings for the BGS trap. I tested using Aedes aegypti for the daytime and also Culex quinquefasciatus for the nighttime. So I released 50 female mosquitoes in the middle and put the BGS traps 10 meters apart each other and take a low rotation to avoid their location bias. So this test conducted for 12 hours in the morning, 6 in the morning till 6 in the evening for the Aedes aegypti, and for the Culex, we started from 6 evening until next morning at 6. So after the testing, we counted the number of mosquitoes in baited trap and unbaited trap and calculated the percent attraction. So let me show you the result for the daytime mosquito, Aedes aegypti. As you can see, we tested 6 different Culicidae University lure candidates and also compared with the positive control, BG lure, and carbon dioxide, and put the negative control without lure. For the Aedes aegypti, the KU lure number 1 was the best. And for the diurnal mosquitoes, there was no significantly different efficacy between carbon dioxide. What about the Culex quinquefasciatus during nighttime? There was the specific different preference. So you can see the KU lure number 6 was the best for this Culex quinquefasciatus. In addition, for the nighttime mosquitoes, they attracted significantly more to carbon dioxide. So we can imagine that during nighttime, the mosquitoes may more rely on their carbon dioxide to find the host. Actually, this result was similar with the previously published paper from Mahidol University. They also tested CDC light trap outside and indoor and outdoor and compared with and without dry ice, which is carbon dioxide. And they also found that with carbon dioxide attracted more number of Anopheles mosquitoes So I added one more test using the UV light trap, which has the very powerful attractant, which is the light source, and wanting to see any significantly enhanced of the attractant with our selected KU row number 6 for the Culex quinquefasciatus and also Anopheles minimus. The testing protocol was same with the BGS trap. This is the result for the nighttime mosquitoes. As you can see on the table here, Culex quinquefasciatus increased the percent attraction significantly from negative to positive, means attract. Anopheles minimus also showing increased the number of percent attraction, however, it was not significantly higher. So for the Culex quinquefasciatus, we can say that whether the trap has light source or not, if we add our KU row number 6, we can clearly see that significantly increase the number of mosquitoes captured. Conclusion? So this semi-field study successfully demonstrated the accuracy of the hitch assay in the lab. This graph showing the hitch assay result. Aedes aegypti attracted by KU row number 1, and for the other nocturnal mosquitoes attracted by KU number 6. However, in the semi-field study, Anopheles minimus didn't attract it significantly, so we may need to enhance the attractant by changing the proportions and ratios. Of course, we need to do further tests in the open field. So overall, to develop the attractant, we have to go for number 1 to 3 and go back to number 1 to increase the function of the attraction. So this is what I prepared for today. Thank you very much for Thailand Research Fund and Graduate School of Culicidae University and ICTMM. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris. So we can take one questions from the floor.
Don't forget to take a group photo.
Okay, thank you, Chris. The last speaker for today,